Greetings, Glitter Gang. Happy Thursday. It's 2 o'clock on Thursday, February 11th. Last weekend was Scrappy Bowl, or this past Sunday was Scrappy Bowl. So that was a lot of fun. And we started working on the Pouch-A-Lope album. And we're going to continue that today. So I'm going to be continuing where we left off, which is we had made the spine, we had made all of the envelopes, and we had made one pouch. So I'm going to quickly make the other pouches, and then we'll do some decorating. I have the dude up here with me until just a minute ago. He was crawling into my lap, not really being a very helpful assistant. I have to clean my glasses. I have a smudge from a cat nose. And he gave me the sniffles. You gave me the sniffles. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Now he's here. He's here for more pets. Looks like he's going to wait patiently for me to clean my glasses, though. So that's nice. That's nice. So last weekend was Scrappy Bowl. We gave away all our prizes. If you were a prize winner and you haven't emailed us your address or information yet, make sure you do that before 11:55 p.m. on Saturday. Then on and we have a sale going on at KathrynScraps.com, good for 40% off everything that you can put in your cart. So that's all the tutorials, all the album basics guides, and most notably our 2 tape bundles that we have right now that are Scrappy Bowl specials. And they are the Ultimate Stock Up Tape Bundle, which is 6 rolls of 1/4 inch tape and 6 rolls of 3/8 inch tape, and then 1 roll of the big 2 inch tape, so that you have the 2 most used sizes and then 1 big roll for, like, he's now chewing the pouch for my glasses wipes. So that's what he's doing. All right, so so he's having a good time chewing the plastic. So yeah, and then the other is the variety pack. Okay, so so that is 1 of each size of tape. So 1 1/8, well, 2 1/4 because that's more commonly used sized. 2 3/8 because that's another more commonly used size. Then 1 1/2 inch, 1 3/4 inch, 1 inch, and 1 2 inch roll. So the 2 bundles are a little bit different, and one is all of the different sizes, like a nice variety of all the different sizes that Miracle Tape offers, with a little bit extra of the 2 you'll use the most. Or the other bundle is stocking up on the sizes we use the most in the type of crafting that we do. You can get either, you can get both, you can get as many of them as you want. And then the coupon is SB2021, S as in Scrappy, B as in Bowl, 2021. And then on the sale goes through Saturday night, I think. Pretty sure it goes through Saturday night. It might go through Sunday. I don't remember when we cut the coupon off. It's either Saturday or Sunday, so you know, make sure you put your order in before Saturday night is over, because I don't know for sure about Sunday. And then on Monday we're going to place the tape order, and everyone who wants tape will get tape. And we'll get tape for the people who won Scrappy Bowl prizes as well. And then we'll ship everyone's orders once the tape comes in, and we'll ship everyone's prizes once the tape comes in. So so that's what's going on here. Oh my goodness. Did you just put your butt on my... Really? Really, sir? Really? I think he just swiped his tail on it. He's just whacking it with his tail. And it's getting kitty hairs. I don't need your kitty hairs on my straw, mister. I don't need kitty hairs on my straw, okay? Yeah. Is that okay with you? Can I have straws without kitty hairs, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Are you... It's compensation for all the shoveling you've been doing? All right, so do I have any other announcements? I think Monica from Pear Tree Treasures, her shop, just Google Pear Tree Treasures, is doing 31% off at her store right now. If you want, she does ship to the U.S. It is a Canadian store, but she does ship to the U.S. She has a way to offer U.S. shipping. She is the maker of the marker thingy. That's the wooden rack that I use to hold my markers. So you can get that if you've ever wanted it. You can get it 31% off right now. I believe that she was going to do that for a week. Yeah. Okay. So let's get started. So where I left off, I think, is we just need to attach everything. So let's attach everything. So I'm going to fold along the score lines and burnish. Actually, no. I'm going to attach the transparency, then I'm to make it a little stiff so that it's still totally flat when I attach the transparency. And then I'll fold it all together. Man, he's now chewing my plastic pouches that hold my replacement blades. He must really like the way that particular plastic, it's the same kind of pouch that holds my glasses wipes, so he must just really love the way that particular plastic pouch feels on his little teeths. Then just gonna go over the edge. Okay, and then fold along all these other sides. And then once we get done with the construction, then we'll just start decorating. All right, so I'm gonna remove the tape from the bottom here. There we go. Yeah, the dude is fine now. Everyone is all good, I think. He has, oh, okay, wow. Really? Really, sir? You're gonna get tape on your feet. Now, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is going on with you, huh? The rooms of the house that he likes the best, though, are my office. And I think it's because he's one of those cats that likes to be high. So, you know, some cats like to be more high up, and some cats like to be more, you know, like in comforting positions. So, and he likes to be high, Tiny Cat likes to be high, Kitty likes to be low. So, well, she also likes to be high sometimes, but I think she generally, she kind of has the ground and the other cats go higher. But he likes to be high more than any of the other cats. He's trying to get in my lap right now. He's trying to, no. Okay. Okay. You know, can you move along? Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. We made it. It's going to be a long, I thought we were going to whip right through this, but if I have much more assistance, it may take longer than I thought it would to get totally finished. All right, so I'm gonna put down the transparency. He does want to be the star of the show today. He does. So I'm gonna fold along this score line at the top and burnish, and then peel the tape and fold it over. And again, this just keeps this edge free and open so that we can get stuff in and out of our pocket or our pouch easily. Okay. Then fold along all the other score lines and burnish. And then stick it to the base. And again, you can skip the base if you want and stick it to the back of the envelope. And save yourself the pattern paper, or save yourself the cardstock. Okie dokie. And then I have gotten emails from viewers who did not win the matting curve, asking if we were going to have them. We will eventually have them. I don't know when, I don't know how much they'll cost, but we will eventually probably have them. I'm sure Barbara Jean and I can work something out, but we don't have them right now, but we will. All right, we'll work on it, okay? But I don't know what the timeline on that will be. I'm going to get through all the Scrappy Bowl stuff first and then work on it probably in March. Okay? But no worries. No worries. He's sitting on the corner of my desk now, flipping his tail and asking for scritches. But if anyone comes up into the office for like even a second and he's up here, he just will immediately pop his head up and chirp to get some pets. Okay. And then again, we'll just stick this down And then once all of these are done, I'll do a recording break and we'll start decorating them. All right, I'm gonna trim this one on the side because I got a little off the edge here. Oopsie. It happens sometimes. If it does, just trim the extra. Now it's all nice and tidy. You would never know I messed up. I might go through at the end and just trim all of them because I can see there's another one that is like slightly off, just not as much. All right. And this entire project is available on YouTube in a playlist. So if you're watching this recording after it's live, then be sure to go check out. I mean, I fake messed up to show you what would happen if you messed up, how you could just trim it. Well, I have been reading books and watching oh, what the heck? Look how far off to the side I am. I didn't even notice. Oh my goodness. Oops. I was reading the chat and not even paying attention. I'm just gonna get undo for this one, since I already sandwiched it shut. But yeah, I've just been reading books, and we've been watching stuff on. We got a 6-month HBO Max subscription as a Black Friday deal, so we're just watching, you know, some stuff on there that we missed. And that's pretty much it. Although I'm reading right now, I'm reading The Good Lord Bird by James McBride. That's what I'm reading right now. And I know that's a miniseries on Showtime. So now I'm going to have to buy a month of Showtime once I'm done reading it so I can watch the miniseries. Because the book is fantastic. It's hilarious. It's a good book, Joyce, isn't it? The Good Lord Bird by James McBride. It's a historical fiction. And it's about, well, it's the memoir of Henry Shackleman. I don't think that's a real person, but I'm not sure. But who was kidnapped by John Brown. in the book. In the book, he's kidnapped by John Brown, and yeah, Kindred is definitely unsettling. It's very I think I found it stressful to read because you're like, oh my gosh, like what is gonna happen to Dana? Like, you know, but so like you're very I was very much always like worried, you know, but it's just so well written and it gives you so much to think about. I'm gonna just cut a new one of these because I think even if I get this tape up, it's gonna leave residue and be gross. So I'm just gonna make a new one. Yeah, I have Cast on hold right now, Judy. I've heard that's very, very excellent, and I have that on hold. It should be in any time now. So I'm just waiting for it to come in. Hi. I know you need more and more and more pets. Can I cut this? I don't want to hurt your toe. I'm worried to cut while you're sitting here. Hi. I know I love you too, okay? I admit it, I love you too. Here. All right, here. Can you stay here, please? I'll go cut that really fast and come right back, all right? But yeah, the Good Lord Bird is really funny. It's because the kid that that John Brown kidnaps, John Brown thinks he's like liberating him, but also thinks he's a girl. So and then the kid so like thinks his name because of like some miscommunication is Henrietta instead of Henry, and the kid like decides to go along with it because he thinks John Brown is this like crazy insane person who kidnapped him, and you know he's just trying to survive, so he just decides to like wear dresses, and it's just really it's a very interesting look at a historical figure through the eyes of this kid who thinks he's his kidnapper. Right now they're in Kansas, but I think they're going to end up in Harper's Ferry. So I think it goes through the whole thing. So we'll see. I don't know if it's going to stay funny, but so far it is pretty funny. And extremely well written, and it won a National Book Award. In 2013, I believe, it won the National Book Award for fiction. And yeah, so I'm excited. As soon as I'm done reading it, I want to get, like I said, I just like buy a month of Showtime from Amazon so I can watch it. I'm gonna let this one dry and go to the next one. All right. Jack, the dude, was unsatisfied with his number of pets, so he has left in search of someone who will pay better attention to him, I guess. So, oh well. All right, so all right, got that one down. Now I'm gonna stick it in. Then what have we been watching? Oh, we watched the first season of Warrior. On I think it's on Cinemax, but we got it through HBO Max. And that's it's by Bruce Lee's daughter, and it's based on he wrote like an 8-page treatment for a kung fu TV show that no one wanted to make when he was alive, and his daughter is making it now. And it's really interesting. It's about the Chinese immigrants living in Chinatown in San Francisco in the 1880s after the railroad and the gold rush. That's kind of like what they're doing and what they're dealing with. But it's like both a Western and a Kung Fu TV show, and it has like all the tropes of both Westerns and Kung Fu shows, and it like really leans into them. Like the sound effects and music and everything are all really well over the top. So it's fun. It's a fun time. So if you like Westerns or Kung Fu TV shows, you would probably like it. It's very adult though, so not family friendly. And then we finished one season of that, and we didn't want to watch all of it like at once. So we tried to watch Perry Mason, but I did not like it at all. Not at all. So we watched one episode, and I was like, well, I think I've seen all that I need to see of that. So, yeah, I am not a fan of the new Perry Mason. You didn't like it either? Like, so everyone was like just cartoonishly villainous. And I don't like, that's not something that works for me. Like, all the villains have to have a reason for doing the bad stuff that they do. Or else I just can't get with your writing. And so I just couldn't with that one. Like, everyone was just like mustache twirling crazy. It did get a little better, but not much. Joy says that they recently watched A Million Ways to Die in the West, and it was hysterical. You probably, yeah, like I think where I was just like, nope, I'm done, was in the scene where he's like trying to talk to the movie producer about the pictures, and like the way the movie producer's acting, I was like, he's not even acting in his best interest. In other words, like Perry Mason doesn't have the negatives on him, which means he can do whatever he wants with these photos that you're so desperate to keep hidden. So why on earth would you act this way? Like, it literally makes no sense. And that is just bad writing. And that is just like edgy to be edgy, you know? And that just does not work for me. It just does not work for me. Yeah, well, and it's funny because I didn't really watch Perry Mason, so I don't know like what he was like on the TV show, but I just imagine based on when the TV show was made that he wasn't like a total degenerate like he was on the TV show, on the new version of like the young Perry Mason. Like, wasn't he a prosecutor or a district attorney or something? So I don't know. I mean, whatever, but it was not for me. It was not for me. It was 0% like the TV show. Okay. Well, I just assumed that it was not very much like the TV show. Again, just based on when the TV show was made, I don't think, I mean, I would have been surprised if you could even have an alcoholic main character. Well, I don't know how old Perry Mason is. I guess I don't know. Like, I think of it as like a really old show, but maybe it's just like the 80s and not the 50s. I guess it can have been the 50s because that's when he was doing Mary Tyler Moore. Or not Mary Tyler Moore, Dick Van Dyke. The Dick Van Dyke Show with Mary Tyler Moore. Anyways, so whatever. It doesn't matter. It was still just not for me. Not for me. And I know I mentioned on the show before that I don't like really care for very much the actor who plays Perry Mason in the new TV show, and that's because he was on The Tudors, and The Tudors ruined a lot of actors for me. And this didn't redeem him, Yeah, this wasn't the way for me to become a fan. So I was like, well, I guess, he didn't write it. It's not all his fault, but still. Still. All right, so now I'm going to get a ruler. I'm going to trim anywhere I have like paper poking out the sides. I'll just trim it off. Okay, so Perry Mason was on from 57 to 66. So, yeah, you just wouldn't have had that kind of behavior on a show. I mean, maybe implied, but yeah, I don't think it would have been like a major plot point the way it is. And maybe he cleans up his act, and that's the whole point of the TV show. How he gets from being like this down on his luck deadbeat dad or whatever the deal is with his kid, to being this squeaky clean prosecutor. But I just don't have a lot of confidence in the writing. Okay. But that's okay. Not every show is for everybody. Oops. And it's all right for not every show to be for everybody. So then we try to watch The Alienist, which I did like better than Perry Mason, but I still don't know that I well, I mean, I'm sure they used the Perry Mason name to get people who were fans of Perry Mason to watch, maybe. Or pique people's curiosity. You know, because you have a little... Anytime you reboot a property that already exists, you have a built-in fan base. And so you don't have to pitch it to as many people. It's easier to pitch, too. Because a lot of people, even if they didn't watch Perry Mason, like me, they know through cultural osmosis who Perry Mason is and what the show is about. So it's easier to get people interested in your show if you redo something than if you come up with something completely new and you have to explain to people why they should watch your completely new thing. But the problem is, if you do that, you know, if you go too far, then you just make those people mad and they're not going to watch your show anyway past the first episode. New ideas, or if they don't want to come up with a completely new idea, just do adaptations. I read an article, it was a few years ago because I lived in Virginia at the time that I read it. So, and I haven't lived in Virginia since 2017, so it was a few years ago. But I read an article about the movie companies with the highest profit margins. And they were talking about how the movie companies with the highest profit margins are the movie companies that adapt books. So like they talked about Fox doing Gone Girl and how, you know, Gone Girl wasn't expensive to make, but they made a ton of money off of it, you know, and stuff like that. So they were saying because you have your fan base from people who like the book. My computer's acting kind of crazy, so hopefully it's not affecting the stream, but I don't know what it's doing. Looks like it really was struggling for a second there, but I think it's back. It's all good. All right, so now we have our spine. So this first flap gets attached to the front cover. This back flap gets attached to the back cover. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fins to attach our elements. And we have... The way that we attach the elements is we're going to put the envelope on the back and the pouch on the front. And then we have a Pouch-A-Lope. All right, that's it. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a recording break. So this is the final construction. And then in the next video, we'll decorate all the pouches. And then we'll get to work on all the envelopes because I think the pouches are going to go a lot faster in terms of well, we'll mat them. So we'll put the pattern paper frames on them. We'll put the pattern paper liners on them. And then after we've matted the envelopes, then we'll work on inserts and photo mats placement. Okay, so that's kind of the schedule that I see. Well, and there was some actress who was like joking about how she was the obvious choice. Oh, Deborah Messing, about how she was the obvious choice, and that she was just stunned that she didn't get the part. And I was like, oh yeah, you do look a lot more like Lucille Ball, and you are actually a comedic actress more so than Nicole Kidman. All right. Okay, so I'm going to do a recording break here. If you're watching live, nothing will change for you. If you're watching in the archives or on YouTube, just go to the next video when it's available. I'll be right back. Thanks so much for watching and enjoy the series.